said Wednesday following protests after a disputed loss. Warner Brothers Discovery on Wednesday rejected a hostile takeover bid by Paramount launched last week to trump plans by streaming giant Netflix to acquire the Hollywood giant and owner of CNN. Today is the 18th of December 2025, Thursday, and I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you today's top stories. Let's get started. A ruling was issued by the Supreme Court stating that banks must disclose account holder information to law enforcement in cybercrime investigations, as the country's bank secrecy laws do not shield the identity of suspected scammers. In a decision by Associate Justice Ramon Paul L. Hernando dated 29th of July 2025, the SC's First Division rejected a petition by East West Rural Bank, which argued that bank records are unavoidable and immune from disclosure orders under the law on secrecy of bank deposits. The High Bench held that the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 allows law enforcement to compel the disclosure of computer data, including the identity of account holders, provided they obtain a court-issued warrant. Two authority of the Freeport area of Bataan have unveiled a biometric e-gate service at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport, Terminal 3, in ceremonies witnessed by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. According to AFAB Administrator and CEO Hussein Pangdaman, conglomerate San Miguel and technology firm iWave have teamed up to improve the passenger experience at NAIA Terminal 3. Both owned companies registered with and located at the Freeport area of Bataan. San Miguel NNIC President Ramon Ang and iWave President Ramon Garcia led the launch. Health experts advise the public to take necessary precautions against holiday heart syndrome and other cardiovascular diseases. Cardiologist James Cayetano said causes of irregular heartbeat, heart attack, and stroke spike in December and January due to overeating and binge drinking. Quote, "Everyone can have it. This is a reminder to the youth that you lose the electricity of the heart because of excessive drinking," Cayetano said. The bicameral conference committee reconciling the Senate and House versions of the proposed 2026 national budget has decided to put the allocation for the OVP back to 889 million pesos, as originally set in the spending program prepared by the Malacanang. During the committee meeting that dragged until late Tuesday night, Nueva Ecija Representative Micaela Swansing, chair of the House Committee on Appropriations, said the House version of the General Appropriations Bill placed the OVP budget at 733.1 million, or similar to what it got for this year. The Senate backed the allocation reflected the OVP figure in the National Expenditure Program, the spending menu presented to Congress by the executive branch at the start of the budget process. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Thursday reminded newly promoted generals and flag officers of the AFP, as well as graduates of the foreign pre-commissioned training institutions, to respect the Constitution and remain loyal to the Republic. He made the remarks during their oath-taking ceremony at the Malacanang Palace. The president further reaffirmed the administration's commitment to modernizing the AFP through training, international cooperation, and enhanced operational capability. For our business story, sustainable finance in the Philippines is gaining momentum as the country advances along its energy transition and sees robust growth in renewable energy investments, according to a report by global bank ING. In its latest Sustainable Finance Pulse report, ING said that since the beginning of the year, the Philippines has already exceeded $10 billion in sustainable finance for renewable energy. Now for our sports news, a Malaysian martial arts coach has been accused of assaulting a Filipino referee at the Southeast Asian Games, Manila's Olympic body said Wednesday following protests after a disputed loss. The latest drama at the regional sports showdown hosted by Thailand unfolded on Monday after a women's event in Penaxilat, a regional martial art, ended in a tie. the Malaysian team disputed the ruling, including by chasing after and shouting at the SEA Games staff. For our entertainment news, Warner Bros. Discovery on Wednesday rejected a hostile takeover bid by Paramount, launched last week to trump plans by streaming giant Netflix to acquire the Hollywood giant and owner of CNN. In a statement, Warner Bros. Said the terms of Netflix merger were better, while the Paramount offer once again fails to address key concerns that we have consistently communicated throughout our extensive engagement and review of their 6 previous proposals. Meanwhile, the benchmark PSEI slipped by 29.90 points, or 0.36%, to end at 6,057.12, while the broader All-Shares Index declined by 5.84 points, or 0.17% to 3,453.61. Sectoral performance was mixed. Financials dropped by 0.29% to 2,035.93, while holding firms recorded the steepest decline, down 0.66% to 4,722.23. Property shares also fell by 0.81%, closing at 2,263.89. And mining and oil edged lower by 0.11% to 14,325.54. Meanwhile, industrials were nearly flat, inching up by 0.0007% to 8,697.80. Services emerged as the lone gainer, rising by 0.29% to finish at 2,415.59, helping temper overall market losses. Now, today in world history, Major General Otis promulgated General Orders Number 68, or the Marriage Law. And for this did you know Major General Otis promulgated the General Orders Number 68, which established rules relating to marriage and the capacity of contracting parties in the Philippines? This effectively introduced a new marriage law during the American occupation, replacing previous Spanish provisions. And now for our viral story. A man at a thrift shop accidentally lost his shirt when it got mixed in with the piles of clothing scattered around. Let's watch this. Katribu, with only 7 days left until Christmas, each passing day gently reminds us of the love and gratitude this season brings. And that's all for now. Join us again at 4:30 p.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and at Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. Once again, this has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.